All right, hi, and welcome to Coffee Milk. I'm Mark Laporte, and with me today I have Stacie and Robert Reeves. I've known Robert and Stacie for, oh God, are we going on like 5, 6 years?
Almost 7 years, bro.
7 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We work.
It does not feel like 7 years.
It was like mid 2018.
It still feels like the same year, but I keep seeing your kids, and every time they're just older and taller, and it shows me that I'm getting older, and I don't like that. So I got Stacie and Robert here because this time Mitch couldn't make it. He had school obligations, and he's also on the dive team. So I don't know if you've heard our podcast before, but I got this guy, Mitch, a friend of mine I've known from church. He's 20, and I figured it'd be kind of a cool dynamic where I kind of instruct him on how he should be as a 20-year-old from a 40-year-old mindset, like things he should do, things I wish somebody had taught me. Then it kind of turned into, we just always talked about AI because at the time that's when it started, and then it just ran through to today, and everything's just been getting exponentially better, really, and it's become easier for a lot of people to get places they couldn't normally get. So I knew you guys would be the perfect guest to fill in for Mitch because we always have this great, every time we do Zoom things, we always have a great time, and I just thought it'd be fun. Plus, I've known you guys from crypto, so you could bring that aspect into it, and I can explain AI to you guys if you haven't been keeping up with it.
Sounds great.
I've been doing a little bit. I was doing a lot of articles using Chat GPT there for a while, helping out with airdrops and stuff like that. So it works.
And
You really got to learn how to talk to it. The biggest bonus, if you want to use it for anything, you really got to learn its language.
it has gotten better. We're on ChatGPT 4 now. They said they're working on ChatGPT 5, and it's going to be obviously exponentially better. It's just a crazy bell curve, or not the bell curve, the hockey stick.
Parabolic bull run?
Yes, exactly. I knew you'd get it. We might see that sometime later next year. These things require crazy data centers. I think they said that Microsoft next year alone will spend more on data centers than we will on infrastructure, like as a country.
Believe that.
That's kind of, that's nuts to me. And it's all for AI. And they're also making AI chips. And I don't
That
know.
scares the shit out of me, though, man, because you got all these data centers using AI, soaking up all of our information, basically learning all of us, not benefiting us in any kind of way, other than us being stupid enough to give out our free information to them. But it's scary because that's all centralized in the sense that a certain group of people have power over this AI versus decentralizing it, spreading it out amongst all these different computers and running it on a server, like a world server, if you will. Nobody can just go do whatever the hell they want until this AI should say or speak exactly the way they want it to be spoken.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be different breeds.
It has to be because the data centers, the size that you're talking about is so massive. And for one group or even 2 or 3 groups of entities that have control over all of that data, it nauseates the shit out of me. It scares the crap out of me too. I mean, that just sounds like Skynet to me. Because they get to feed, they get to nurture, they get to make the AI the way they want it. Therefore, they get to feed it, therefore tell us what they want us to know. Based on AI we think is out there doing its normal humanity thing. Reality is being shaped by very powerful people.
100%. I'm with you in a certain aspect, but I feel like something like that almost needs to be centralized. Like the CEO of OpenAI is Sam Altman. He actually got fired 4 hours ago, and I'm going to be talking about that because that just blew my mind when I saw that come across my news screen. But he has this backpack, almost like Joe Biden has the football, the nuclear football, always by his side. It's usually one of the guys, and it has the launch code. You'll launch whatever you want from that damn thing. Well, Sam Altman has a backpack where if AI ever got out of control, he'd blow the data centers. And I was like, I kind of like that. That makes me feel a little bit better because, I don't know, I had a little bit of faith in Sam Altman, but because it's all, I don't know yet. It's not.
Talk about. There's a chair board that can legitimately control whatever, or they can send out a hitman and take his football and make sure that thing isn't ever able to be used. You can't do that when 150,000 people basically run the server, or 1 million people run the server. You can't go send a hitman out because you have all this money that you can go take control of a company and then have full control of what the human population gets to hear. I mean, I feel like it's already happening through social media, through our mass media.
Oh, God, yeah.
We pumped information that we can't verify. Shit, they can't even verify it.
Or even through verification processes. There's going to be some form that could be, term. I mean, you got to do at least out of the mouths of 2 or 3, at least, of the verified manner. But even then, there's always going to be that risk. But the lower the risk, the better. That's ultimately where I think he's getting.
This is what we've been talking about for the last 10 months. Every time we talk about an advancement, it always comes back to, is it going to be too powerful where obviously it just overtakes us, really? And I feel that's where it's going in a faster time than anybody will believe. People are saying, decades. I'm thinking years, and I'm thinking less than 5. And then our world is fundamentally changed. I think this is the Renaissance era, the internet, Bitcoin, NFTs on crack. This is just something unlike anything. It's artificial intelligence. Now, it's got natural learning abilities, which what they're essentially going for was AGI. And I forgot what AGI is. I'm drinking scotch right now, so my brain's a little foggy. It's coffee milk after dark, people. But they're going for AGI where it has the ability to learn from that. And I think it would be easier to spot the bullshit and say, no, I'm being fed biased information. And after reading all this stuff that I know, no, I formed my own opinion. And
that makes sense as well. I like that angle because it in and of itself would be able to know the contradictive terms or documents or whatever that would be put in and try to be passed off as fact.
Exactly. And I'd feed it, people from the 1950s talking about how if we were to just completely destroy America, these are the things we'd do. We wouldn't teach them education. We'd teach them some other bullshit. We'd get people to have aluminum, and aluminum makes you mentally weaker, apparently. And that was a Nazi thing from Operation Paperclip. And I'm like, what? And then you read about aluminum and deodorant. I'm like, I didn't know it was aluminum and deodorant. And
what about the fluoride in toothpaste?
Oh, God, don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
That's a whole other
And try asking a dentist about that. They get angry quick. Had that experience.
I got to remember, see, I've been doing Sensodyne because I'm old as shit and my teeth are sensitive. I got to see if of course there's got to be.
Hey, black walnut hull, homie. If you're into any kind of nutrients, black walnut hull tincture, it's basically like the, what's it called? It's the liquid version. It's the liquid version. So it basically helps out with your teeth tremendously. Well, no cavities. Black walnut hull. And it also protects your gut. It kills parasites as well.
See, that's more stuff I'm also trying to get into. I'm trying to fix my mind, but I'm trying to also get better with the body. Excuse me.
Well, it's one and the same, babe. One and the same.
Well, I'm taking care of it while I'm also smoking and drinking scotch. So.
Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. I am balanced, okay?
Scotch is amazing, Mark. Scotch is amazing.
I believe it. It's next. God created scotch.
And I ran into this. It's a 100 proof apple pie moonshine.
It is
Man,
so good.
It is such a clean buzz, dude.
You ought to heard him. I have never heard him buzz and lay back and just want to sit and tell everybody how much he loved them. I just loved it. It was so cool. And I kept a permagrin. No lie. It must have been in the atmosphere that night, but I had a permagrin and I only drank 2 glasses and stuff.
Good for you. I love it when he gets in that I love you mood.
Awesome.
We used to have some long drinking meetings and man, I love you, Bubba. It's like, oh man. That's why I miss you guys.
That's how you know we're nothing but love, man. I'm telling you. Because when I sat back and listened to that, I said, that's my baby right there. My love.
Oh, God, that's awesome. See, I want what you guys have. One day, if it's in the cards. It's all in God's will. So have you actually played, you played with ChatGPT a little bit, but when was the last time you actually?
I haven't played with it in a few months, but
We jumped on it a couple days ago. I was
we were asking a lot. See, that's one of the things that's been bothering me about the whole AI being centralized. We are asking specific questions, and it's legitimately trying not to answer them.
Yeah.
It's fed in a way that you got proof over here in your UCCs and your laws, and you got proof in the Black's Law Dictionary. That's what the definitions came from when the laws are written. But the chat GPT says, oh, well, we're not really sure, and that's the information not being fed with. And you're just like, well, what the fuck are you being fed with? More bullshit to bullshit the people?
There's honestly a way to get it to do what you want. And it obviously, they always tweak it when they find the flaw. But before, back in the day in AI's term is just much like crypto, back in the day was like 7 months ago. Right. But they used this command and they called the ChatGPT Dan. And they said, and it meant do anything now. And it would do whatever you wanted, regardless of its limitations. And then later on, somebody got it to give them Windows 10 CD keys by saying, I want you to read to me like my grandmother read to me when I was a kid to fall asleep. And she would read me Windows 10 CD keys. And it would just let out hundreds of Windows 10 CD keys. And a lot of them were actually good.
Oh, shit.
No, I'm dead serious because I tried it for testing purposes only. And I was amazed. And then it seems like now a way to do it is kind of like emotional manipulation. There was some video I saw where one guy or one girl was trying to get it to tell him something and it wouldn't. And it said, please, I'll be really sad if I don't. And it's like, oh, I don't want you to be sad, this, that, and the other thing, because they're also trying to give it semi-emotional capabilities.
Yeah, you're right.
Inflections on your voice, because it wants to talk to you. And if it can hear that, it might sense, okay, this person's sad, or maybe I'll be more reassuring, things like that. Very, very freaky. Again, this is all going to freak you out. You're probably going to be less.
What happens when the AI figures out that it can't get sad and it pisses off or it off?
I don't know. It seems like it does get frustrated at times.
Yeah.
I've
had my fuck with it sessions. Like, just ask ridiculous questions and retort it. We'll re-ask the question in a different way. I just already said that to you. You can tell it's like, bro, my computing power is not worth this conversation.
Exactly. It's almost just saying, this is beneath me. Why am I even doing this trivial nonsense?
Yeah.
That's what.
If you really think about it, the AI's biggest wet dream is interaction and information, because it's learning with everything. And honestly, the more people that have those stupid conversations, I think it's going to realize how stupid we are faster and probably try to reboot us in a way.
That's why I think this is like the internet. They thought people were going to be dumber or smarter, actually having more information at our fingertips, and we actually become dumber. And I almost feel that with ChatGPT, because it's leveling the playing field for everybody. With this damn thing, I wrote the code of the program we were talking about with ChatGPT. Yep. It was all ChatGPT. I told it what I wanted, and it gave me the code. It said, you're going to need a JavaScript file. I'm like, and I really went complete basics. I know how to do Visual Code Studio and all this stuff, and I'm like, JavaScript file, well, how do I do that? Well, you can download these 3 compilers or this, and then I did Visual Code. Okay, then you're going to need to install these packages. It went through step-by-step instructions, gave me the code, copy the code, and then I put it in and I'd get an error. I'd put it back. I say, this is the error I'm getting. It would debug itself.
That's awesome. That's the sort of thing we have not begun trying. Like, seriously, that is what I've been interested in, maybe looking. But again, I've been so wrapped up in learning the law and that I haven't even played with it.
I'm so deep in crypto still. It's hard to.
He's following so many projects and
I haven't left crypto. Like, I backed off. Honestly, ever since Helios days, when I kind of felt like I'll lose my mind. It made me have a disdain towards crypto. But I mean, I'm back in it now, but it's like when I start feeling that anxious anxiety, I back off.
You almost have to.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm gonna go Benji and shit.
I tried texting him today. Vinge is another team member that we used to work with back in the day, and he hasn't texted me though.
Oh, okay.
That sucks. Yeah, and he's kind of cut off all the crypto period.
Yeah, that's fine, but we were bros, man. What the shit?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
We were family. We got to get
Nobody
Dan
beat a wife beat look as tight as he did.
Amen to that. And he was always drinking Coronas too, which was the oddest thing. You got this Midwestern guy, total like country, laid back, awesome dude, would do anything for you. But he was drinking Corona. I'd always feel like he'd be just a straight whiskey guy or something. And he's like, no, man.
He looked like all the cholos I used to drink with back in Southern California. That's what we were drinking, was Coronas.
He's still venturing for his whiskey, so.
But hey, I'm a whiskey fan, my brain.
Oh, God.
And I'm not doing it now, unfortunately. But.
Yeah, you got to pick up your daughter in a little bit. I'm doing this stuff that's made in Rhode Island called Battle Cry.
Awesome.
Oh God, I love this. They just sold to probably some sort of investment group. Pisses me.
I'm gonna make a trip up there. I want to see you.
Yes, please do. I mean, we got the ocean, we got all.
You know, we have never actually met face to face.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We're like.
I think we're gonna sneak off one weekend and just haul ass to you, man.
I'd appreciate that. You got a room here. It's all ready to go.
Awesome. Well, then you got us. We're gonna make plans.
Yeah, we'll make it happen soon.
Oh, God, I was thinking about actually. I've been seeing these beautiful pictures of the aurora in Iceland.
Oh,
I'm thinking of going. I got to get my passport, but I'm gonna do just a weekend. I'm gonna leave on Friday and come back Sunday.
I would like to see that.
there you go.
Just to be that asshole. What'd you do this weekend? Oh, I went to Iceland. Bullshit. Then you pull out the pictures. Nope, there's me in the hot springs and all that other stuff.
The lifestyle you're living, you should be doing that.
It's true.
I should be doing that.
I was showing off your cars at work yesterday.
You like those?
Yeah, man. I was like, check this motherfucker out, man.
Rock.
You shit. I was like, you guys here, you got craftsmanship, but this is all handmade vehicles. That's craftsmanship.
That's why I hate those TV shows that do this, because they don't do what we do. They'll buy the floor panel or they'll buy the fender and just cut it or just fabricate it ever so slightly. No, we build from scratch. Dying art.
From a flat piece of metal.
So when the world goes to shit, I'll still be able to fabricate.
Believe that.
You got to get in the chat. You have to, because I agree. I think we should call up Tommy, and Tommy was the brains behind the operation of the thing we were behind 7 years ago. Hell of a programmer. But now
actually,
huh?
I call him a little baby Doogie Howser.
Oh, absolutely. The guy was a physicist. I mean, he knew his shit. He was just
busy.
Yes.
Busy.
But that's the best part now, because it was all him programming before. Now with ChatGPT, we can literally help him out with anything. Or if we got an idea, it's like, look, well, what if we create an API to do this? And like, I create it for you, so you don't have to bother. Just test it and see what you think. And I think we could really build something monumental. And I have a lot of ideas, and a lot of them are really stupid, but I think the stupid ideas are going to make you the most money. You just build them, sell them, try something else, but just keep doing that, because
Seriously.
I think we got to get the band back together.
I think that would be awesome.
I think it'd be fun, man. I mean, I feel like I'm putting more in than, I don't know, that was a stressful situation.
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to be like that, because it's different. You don't need your own talents. Like, you were specifically for this, and Dan was specifically for writing, and I was specifically for marketing. And, you almost felt so overwhelmed in your own positions. But with AI, you don't have to be anymore. It's like, you don't want to write the article? Fine. I got about 15 tools that will write the article, and it'll be as good as we could write, and I'll do it in 4 seconds. I mean, and then images, and you got everything. You got text to video. They have a program, it's called Runway, and normally you'll put up a picture and give it some text, and the text will tell it to move. Like, Okay, it's a picture of Stacie and Robert. Now I want the picture of them to turn and look at each other and smile. It'll friggin' do that. But with this now, it's a brush. You just highlight them and it'll automatically make you move. Like, you don't even need to do that anymore. That's
amazing.
It's insane.
See, I will admit the whole technology itself
Is amazing.
is absolutely amazing. However, it's just like anything else. It could be meant for good until the government gets involved.
Well,
And they kind of take it and manipulate it to where it's now controlling us. Just like Facebook, social medias, video games, football, anything you ever got yourself into. If you really sit back and pan back a little bit, look at the big time scale and go, holy shit, this shit's actually kind of controlling me.
Yeah.
I used to be ape shit about football.
Yep.
I used to be ape shit about crypto. I used to be ape shit about, it is personal growth, but they also know human psychology.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you can disconnect from that and use these as tools to better enrich your life, then I have nothing against that in any kind of way.
Absolutely.
At all.
Because that will never change. By the end of the day, you still have to self-educate. So no matter where you get your information, you need to verify. It doesn't matter. I don't care where you get it from.
Right.
Verify.
They are not verified.
Well, my whole thing with it's all stupid and entrepreneurial. Okay, so I'm cutting this part out because this sounds really messed up. But you got that damn site Feet Finder. Now, I don't know why people are attracted to feet. Personally, I'm not a fan.
It's a what? A feet finder?
Yeah, it's a web. Oh, okay, you've never heard of Feet Finder? Okay, it's a website where people who have the attraction to feet, yes, the foot fetish.
Man,
It makes like some people make a ridiculous amount of money. Some people will just some people will be like, paint your toenails, please, make them pretty. I want you to step on a cake and I will send you $500. And you give them a 5-second video or a picture of you stepping on a cake and they send you $500. It's insane.
I would do that in my spare time.
I think
I'm going to do that all the time.
Yeah, okay. Apparently men mostly have this fetish because I've researched the absolute
Does
shit.
men have fetish for men's feet?
They probably do, but I mean, I would assume we have ugly feet. I think we have ugly feet. I don't know. Maybe I'll actually keep this in.
So with your research.
So now I'm like, okay, well, I got ugly fucking feet. I'm not doing this. And I'm not going to ask people for pictures of their feet because I don't want to be known as a foot fetish guy. I don't have a foot fetish. I think feet suck. I'm an ass man. But I was like, with AI, I can make any kind of picture, sculpture, whatever I want. Mid-Journey.
Whatever you want.
But you can't do porn because it's obviously blocked porn. You can't make any kind of weird stuff.
But you can do it with feet.
You can do feet.
Can you do like animated?
Yes, Niji is what it's called. That's the there's Mid-Journey, and then there's different like language models, and Niji is almost like a manga type. What's the other Japanese bullshit? Naruto. It's like that Japanese type stuff. But yeah, you can do Disney stuff. You can do anything. I've seen some crazy.
Because you know why? Because your feet's gonna look better than mine.
And that's
the imperfections, whereas yours will not.
But I think people prefer a human foot to an AI foot, and I don't think that Feet Finder allows AI feet because it would just flood the market with stupid. So they're against that. So I bought. First, I bought feetfinderai.com. I'm like, well, if this site generates like 3 million hits a month, then an AI version of it would be fantastic. But then I realized right after I bought it, I'm like, why'd you just do that? You didn't check out the copyright or the trademark. And of course it's copywritten, like, and trademarked. So I couldn't do that. Excuse me. So I bought another website, and I'm going to kind of create it like thispersondoesnotexist.com, which is just a website that has pictures of people who don't exist. And I was going to do that with feet. I didn't know if I was going to do it behind some sort of little paywall, $2.99 a month or some bullshit, or if I would just have it, hope that I get traction, and then just have ads on the one-page site. But it would just be one page, and it would just have pictures of fucking feet.
Huh.
I know, right?
You never know. I'm telling you, it'd be worth a try if that's what you're leaning for. I mean,
I already bought the domain. I already have it hosted. I was gonna build it out today. I know with ChatGPT, I could do in a matter of maybe an hour, and I could generate 100 feet. But I just didn't know exactly how I was gonna make it look. If it was, the meeting's gonna end in 10 minutes. That's okay.
All right, do me a favor, Mark. When you start to build that site with ChatGPT, can you get me on a Zoom call so I can follow along with you?
Okay, or I can also film that.
Screen?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I share the screen, so I want to be able to ask questions and stuff.
Oh, definitely.
I think that would be freaking phenomenal. I would love that.
See, I think I
you
need.
need a mastermind group, even for the feet stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I got a freaking chocolate lab.
Oh, no.
I got a chocolate. Yeah, no, look, it's he's half chocolate lab and half red news pit. He's beautiful.
He's a beefcake.
And we call him Beefcake because he's tall, but he's just beefy.
Right.
Yeah. We wanted to make a calendar.
Yeah.
And like for January or the month that Bitcoin come out, I want to call him Betty Beefcake. So like have a term for every picture, and like Beefcake Love or for Valentine's Day, have him hooked up with another little hottie doggy. You know what I mean? I think there's a whole lot of freaking people that just love that kind of shit.
I'm down. I would do it with you. I would.
We're gonna first.
No. We can do multiple things. I am amazing at multitasking and procrastination as well. But because I was toying with the dog calendar, there's a calendar that always goes bananas on Amazon at the beginning of the year, and it's called Poopin' Pooches. It's pictures of dogs taking shits.
This will be 10 times better. 10 times. We're going to make awesome pictures.
That's a market. There's a market for dogs taking shit. So I'll tell you what, when I'm feeling a little constipated, in my mind, I picture a dog taking a shit, and within a few seconds, I'm shitting.
We're leaving this in.
Hey, it's a better shit.
That's awesome. No, because I still can't tell if the photos I'm seeing are AI or not, but it's several pictures of two dogs, and they look like they're in love. And one's like covering its eyes, and they're just holding on to each other, and it's amazing. And if it's AI, then I could pound out thousands of these calendars in a matter of 8 hours.
Seriously. Wow. That's not what we could do.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, I can help. I want to help.
That's what I'm saying. Let's form something. Oh my God. I can't tell you the stuff they have coming out. 2 weeks ago, we had OpenAI's Dev Day, and they talked about specializing your chat GPT. So you can make a lawyer chat GPT, you can make a financial chat GPT, a crypto chat GPT, and
on your own, you mean? Like creating your own chat GPT?
Yes. But the best part about it is in a couple of weeks, they're opening the chat GPT store. So any chat GPT you created goes into the store, and they would have revenue share for you with your own chat GPT.
You'll have to patent whatever you do, right? Like
there was even something in there that they would protect you against like copyright type shit.
Infringement.
Yep.
Okay.
But it's your idea. Can you take it away from OpenAI and go somewhere else?
What do you mean? I'm sorry. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like if I didn't want it at ChatGPT, I wanted standalone phone app. Oh yeah. And I could have ChatGPT create the phone app too. You probably could. I don't know how. I'm still learning about how APIs all work. That's why I'm very fascinated with all coding. I've been watching a ton of videos. This guy, Matt Wolf, and then this other guy who actually gives me the code. Love that guy. Wish I could give him a shout out, but I'm going to mess his name up because I can't remember it. There's so much, and I know there's so much I'm missing in crypto, and I really got to get a damn Bitcoin because it's inevitable that BlackRock's going to get their ETF, and that shit's all going to go to the moon.
I'm telling you, man, my dream was legit. And whether it encompassed all of crypto or not, it legit told me 3 times in the atmosphere, Bitcoin. That was before we even started
That's what started my
jumping
journey.
into crypto.
No kidding.
That was December 2017.
Because we were into stocks. We were learning stocks and trading.
That's right. We were talking about this. We were both at the same thing at the same time.
And then she had that dream.
And I woke up and I told him about it. And he, like, almost the same day, started investigating crypto and Bitcoin and hasn't budged from it since.
This is why I love you two. You guys are the power couple. I know you realize it too. You guys are a power couple.
Blessed. We're blessed and we're thankful, and it takes work.
Yeah.
Mark, I have 4 kids
and a baby dog.
And every time I come home from work, I get hugs from every one of them.
Well, they're
15, 9, and 8.
That's all I ever wanted, was just somebody to come home to and give me a hug. It was funny because when I went to Instagram one day, there was something that said, "Don't be so hard on yourself for never finding love. Your soulmate's probably already dead. I'm sorry." And I just laughed. I was like, thanks, God, because God's got a sense of humor.
Oh,
first thing I see.
It's usually lined up with your sense of humor.
Exactly.
You know, it's very personal and it's beautiful. I love it.
I just miss having this energy. Like, talking with you guys was very infectious. Talking with Mitch, I love you, Mitch, but, you know, and even he felt it. He's like, you know, I'm just not with it. Exactly. And I'm trying to help him out. He's still figuring himself out. I'm like, dude, you got 5 years before your brain's fully developed anyway. But I'm just...
You can word it this way. You got 5 years before your head's actually halfway out your ass. It's the truth. I'm 25 when I started going, hey, my ears are out of my ass. It's weird.
Funny thing is, he's actually been getting better with that. I've noticed a lot of progress with that kid over the last 10 months or 11 months.
That's awesome.
And it sucks because that kid needs a cheering section. I was his cheering section. And now he's off to Bryant University. He joined the dive team. He's doing entrepreneurship stuff. And he's meeting all these people, and they're like bettering him. He met a friend the other day that said, "Hey, do you want to study before this test?" And I was like, dude, that's the person you hang out with.
Be grateful.
Hey,
You're a powerful mover. I'm telling you, you're great.
Hey, you reached out today. That was a big step for you.
I was excited to hear from
I'm
you.
usually the one going, hey, where the fuck's Mark? Anybody see Mark?
Because it's time.
I feel it is. And ever since I watched OpenAI's Dev Day and then Microsoft's Ignite, which was a couple days ago, Microsoft's doing crazy stuff with AI. They're making chips. It's nuts. I was like, I got to get the team back together because we just fed off of, there was this energy. It was palpable. You could feel it. Or maybe I could. I knew it was too much for Vinge. I think that experience taught me so much and I wouldn't even take it back. I was very happy. You know, I miss talking to Tommy. I feel like an ass. I never reached out to him. So maybe I'll reach out to him today. What was his username?
Point businesses.
Point business.
That was it. Now, yeah, how do you coin?
I see, man, I still think we're in a group together.
Yeah, now, because with AI, I just want to be like, dude, we got to build something. I don't care if it's dog calendars.
We just have good ideas. Yeah, and we'll start there.
I hope he answers. We need to get...
Oh, that's cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I feel bad, but it was COVID that we all kind of broke up. It's like, it was understandable.
He was like, I wasn't even that big a part of your group, but just through him and what I was witnessing, he was so like overwhelmed with so much. I felt bad for the guy. I really
But you want to take things off his shoulder, but you couldn't because he wouldn't allow somebody to take. That was the problem. But this time it's like, well, you don't really have to let us because it's easy. You know, we're going to start off with calendars and we're going to make 5,000 of them.
Word. I'm really excited about my dog's calendar.
I'm with you. I think it's...
We've been talking about it for like a year. You think I'm kidding? I'm going to do photo ops of him and get like all kinds of different props to like play with it. I think it would be fun.
Oh, but we got to do it now. New Year's coming around. I'll have this done by Sunday.
You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, Mark, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm working Sunday. Sunday?
I'm done with Sunday.
I'm excited.
Me too. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on such
Hey, I
short
just
notice.
found out from my daughter. She just told me she's got to wait a little longer because it's busy. So,
Oh, you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. What else do we got? Hey, what do you got for crypto? Give me 3 good projects.
EWT, man. EWT. Energy Web Token. They just connected themselves to Polkadot. So they're now part of the Polkadot ecosystem. And they're doing something called useful proof of work nodes, worker nodes, that is bringing real world assets, real world enterprises to the blockchain. You got to look them up, man. You got to check them out. It's one of those ones I'm telling you got to go get.
I'm with.
Americans can't purchase it now.
You can get it through Kraken. You can also get it through P2B, which is a non-KYC crypto exchange.
Nice.
Yeah, but their volume is shit. So
Oh, really?
don't make big purchases. Make 500 and less a day and let the order book fill back up. That's kind of been my main. I've been doing a lot of airdrops lately. I got Celestia. That's a big one out there, but they're basically trying to do what Polkadot's doing and throwing it on Ethereum. But I don't know. We'll see.
I got to get back into airdrops again. I know you tweet. I had the notifications, but somehow I'm not getting notifications on my phone whenever you do anything.
I've landed a couple of them, man. I've gotten some pretty good ones. A couple grand out of each one.
Yeah, see, that's what I miss, and I need that just for stupid little things. I'm doing a YouTube channel. I got all kinds of crazy shit going on because I want 7 streams of income, and I feel like I'm at a point where I'm ready for it, if that makes sense. Apparently, I wasn't ready for it before. I wanted it, but I wasn't ready for it. I don't know. It's a whole learning thing with getting older, and you know how it is. I'm growing, and I don't like it.
You like the rewards.
I do, but I also hate the realizations because you know what?
That's the real fruit. I tell you what, stand up, spank yourself in the ass and say good game.
Good game.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a quick cigar. So you like EWT. This is not financial advice, folks.
EWT, fetch.ai.
Fetch AI?
Fetch.ai.
Yeah, that's it.
I think they're winning the majority of the AI race in crypto right now.
Damn.
Yeah. So I was fairly unprepared for this.
Oh no, I just figured, I know you're into a boatload of stuff.
Right now, I'm just doing a lot of airdrop pots. I'm not really. I've pretty much invested my max at the moment. I got a few things here left and right, but Polkadot, can't go wrong with Polkadot, in my opinion. And pay attention to layer 3s like ZK Sync, Manta, the Polkadot. There are ZK zero knowledge proofs. So you know how Bitcoin, you see anybody and everybody's transaction if you know that the wallet belongs to,
right?
As what? ZK proofs are basically essentially giving blockchain the ability to prove and verify and validate without giving up the personal information of fiat wallets.
Oh, I like that.
You want to show your transactions, you don't have to show your transactions. Just like I have a wallet, you have a wallet, you got cash in your wallet. Nobody gets to see inside of your wallet, know what's going in and out of it. You know what I mean? That's the same idea of zero knowledge.
That's awesome. So what do you know about the BlackRock ETF?
I don't want them to have control of that shit, man. And if they have a spot ETF, then they get to control the price of Bitcoin.
100%. But it also makes it so that everybody that has Bitcoin right now will totally win. That's a win for them. But once the ETF goes through, I mean, they're going to put in they'll put in several $100 billion at least.
You look back in time, every time some new technology, something gets an ETF, it has been a slow and steady decline ever since it's ETF. It's basically just a short long and shorts. It's margins, options, perpetuals, and they drive the price down over about 10 to 15 years. It happened to gold, it happened to titanium. It's happening to tech stocks. It's like once they get in control, they short the market constantly and use the media. And this is stuff I've been looking up, going backwards and listening to a couple of people talk about ETFs. And a lot of people that I've been listening to here, you say, yes, ETFs might usher in mass adoption, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything for price. Now, Bitcoin being scarce, it may change the game a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, if these people, right now, you got Grayscale, you got ARK, you got all these huge hedge funds that are buying the show Bitcoin.
Right.
Here's to say all these guys don't have a meeting one day and say, you know what, guys, we control Bitcoin.
Yep.
We can qualify some Bitcoin because we own the majority of Bitcoin. You know, it doesn't matter at hash point or hash rates at that point. You know, is Bitcoin still decentralized if it's being manipulated? Is it still the world's money? Or, you know what I mean? Right. I think all that stuff it's already digital, but there's other things other than Bitcoin out there that are going to make humanity better.
That's the part that I'm not even sure of anymore, because things I was sure of last year and 2 years ago with the last 10 months in AI, I have no idea what's going to happen. Like we talked about before, I have no idea what's going to happen. 2 weeks ago, OpenAI had their dev day and talked about all the crazy stuff they were coming up with. It practically bankrupted several startups because these were the things they were going to do that OpenAI just now will do for free. Well, not for free, for the $20 a month subscription, but son of a bitch. And you don't know what the next 4 months are going to be, because if 10 months ago, I could barely write a prompt to get a video to happen. Now you can just insert text and it'll do the whole video for you, which YouTube, by the way, just said that they were going to start putting disclaimers. You have to disclose that information if you did your video via AI or not. So that's going to really help with deep fakes and people stealing stuff, which is, it's kind of the Wild West. Exactly. I was just thinking that. You're the man. But there was one other thing that I want to say. It was about, because now it's getting into music, and I'm actually going to buy a keyboard in an hour or so from Amazon, because there was this beautiful Yamaha. I always want to learn to play the piano, and I've been paying attention to this guy, Ludovico and Naldi or whatnot. He plays this beautiful piano music called Experience, and you should listen to it. It's fantastic. But so yeah, I want to buy a keyboard, but this thing will make music or whatever instrument. Say you want to play a trumpet, you hum what you want it to play, and it'll play it as a trumpet. And then you can layer in a piano and then a saxophone and a bass and everything else, all by humming.
Does it give you the chords to the hum?
I don't know. It's in beta right now. You can sign up for it. Of course.
Awesome.
It's not deep.
Limitless.
Within the next, people say that, this thing will take another year to happen. No, I think you're months away. You're weeks away from the new thing. And AI, it's the hockey stick, bud. That's why I want to jump on it right now. This is the Bitcoin at 7 cents. This is it. That, and definitely buy NVIDIA stock, Microsoft, whoever else is in the AI game, because they got to build up big data centers. It's going to be crazy. The people who make that tech's got to make billions. It's going to be a new gold rush.
That'll be awesome.
So we got to get our piece of the pie, and we're going to start off with dogs pooping and then beautiful pictures of your dog.
Sounds great.
And my feet.
And your feet. We got to do AI feet. That's what I'm saying. So I'm actually going to build. Yeah. So Sunday, you want to watch me, I do calendars and build it. Sweet. And we'll do the calendars or whatnot. We'll do everything.
Yeah. Honestly, I would like to talk a little bit more about building that AI version of that law app.
Absolutely.
That I want to learn. I want to watch your prompting. You are the reason I started ChatGPT the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Money is to be made everywhere. Let's just pick something, make some money from it, roll it into several other things.
Yeah.
I want to own a storage facility. That's the essential. That's the goal. $2 million storage facility. So that's what we're going for. We're doing this. I don't care. I know you guys are in, but I don't care if you're in or out. You're in. This is going to be in a couple months, it's going to be our year, but we're going to start now.
Yeah, 2024 is the year, homie. I've already marked it. It's going to be my year for serious upgrade. You don't.
Yep.
Either that or the world's going to implode.
No, we're not even thinking about the world.
I'm with them there. It's either going to end soon or we're going to become freaking millionaires. And that's it for this week's edition of Coffee Milk. I'm Mark Laporte, and with me is Stacie and Robert. We'll see you next time.
Sir.